Coach, I'd like to get started first of all, getting comment about the game, and we'll open up for the questions. Statement, please.
Yeah, well, first of all, congratulations to Northland Pines. Obviously a great program, historic program, and congrats to them for winning the Division II title. They really made it tough on us today, and you know, I was thinking as I was walking up here, beating us and beating Somerset and kind of running through the middle border at state's kind of a great feat for them.
Hey, Coach, we'll open up for the questions. First question for the coach.
You know, the two early goals, did at some point you think we just need to get one?
Well, that's kind of how we felt. Like, you know, Thursday we kind of got started the same way. We were slow and made some big saves on those chances, and it was 0-0. And today we gave them up, but we were still getting opportunities, and I thought, you know, we can get one and we can make it difficult on them, then who knows what can happen. And we just, I mean, we had some chances. There were a couple that I'm looking right down at the goal, right in line, and that just missed, wide open nets. And we didn't do that very much this year. Like, we scored a lot of goals, and to get shut out in a game, kudos to their goalie, he played awesome. But I was a little shocked that we couldn't score.
Yeah, what were they able to do, you know, in front of their goaltender to kind of make things difficult for you? Obviously, getting past him is pretty tough as you show throughout the week.
Yeah, you know, he really attacks pucks, and you know, we watched him on Thursday, and we kind of had a plan what we're going to do, and we practiced it a lot, knowing like we're going to face really good goalies down the stretch. And we moved the puck across the middle of the ice, and it seemed like every time we moved the puck across the middle of the ice, the puck got deflected, and just made it a little bit tougher. And you know, they really pack in the front of the net really well, and they got a really good D. I mean, Josh Graves is the defenseman of the year in our division for a reason, and he played outstanding again today and made our lives really tough in front of the net.
He's such a dual threat, though. I mean, from the back end, I mean, he's fast, he can carry the puck well, and he knows how to finish. And I'm sure that was something that you guys knew that you were going to see plenty of.
Well, yeah, in the last 2 years, we played him 3 times, and I mean, it's crazy to think we've played 9 periods against him in 2 years, and we scored in 1 of them. We scored 2 goals in the 3rd period this year, and that's it. They shut us out up there last year, and he had the only goal on a breakaway as a defenseman. And that's the first time we really got to know him, how good a player he was, just flying up and down the ice. And you know, we talked yesterday at practice. You know, our guys were here to watch him play Somerset, and everyone knows that you gotta get a stick on him, a body on him, no matter where he's going. And the first goal, he's flying up right up the middle of the ice, and he scores on a breakaway. It's pretty unbelievable how he can find open space the way he does.
This is for Jake. What, you know, as a senior, what's it mean to you guys? I mean, I'm sure it's a tough day today, but to get his 2 years in a row and advance to the title game.
Yeah, it's pretty special. Obviously, you know, going through the season, you never know what the postseason, what to expect. So, I mean, making it to state 2 years in a row is pretty special. And to end your career, not getting short at any games your last season is pretty nice. There's no really what ifs.
Just for the coach, you know, you had a lot of penalties, especially in the 2nd period. Were you feeling, you know, after you killed that first 5-on-3, then they get the second one, you know, was it just uncharacteristic, or what was going on?
I don't know. We did a lot. We struggled at the beginning of the year taking penalties, and we talked a lot about it. And one of our keys to every game, it's one of our school's mottos is growth, and like, how are you going to learn from your mistakes? And that was always one of our key ideas, is that we had to be disciplined in the games. And you know, we got a lot better at it, and we didn't take many penalties, you know, down the stretch, and that was part of the reason that we started winning a lot more games. We were 500 at, you know, the new year, and you know, I don't know what we ended up, 20-9 or something, you know. So I mean, since then we've done really well, and part of it is really relying on being disciplined and playing better like that. I don't know. I mean, it's very emotional, like out there, and there's more fans. You're playing in front of more fans than you've ever played in front of, and you know, sometimes it just doesn't go the way you want, and I don't know what happened. It's a little that I would say that's a little disappointing because that's not what this program stands for.
I'd like to ask you, what do you take away from this whole last 2 seasons for you, getting here and coming up short, but in the big picture, what do you take away from all of it?
I don't know. I've never had so much fun. Like you talk about going to state. You know, I mean, I talked about going to state when I was a kid. And, like I remember when I was in high school and thinking about that. And that is obviously, that was a long shot. Like I'll be honest, we had no chance to go to state when I was in high school. And you know, having 2 divisions now, and you know, having a realistic shot. I mean, our association is so excited, and I don't think enough people understand about how hockey associations like thrive off of the varsity program. It is, especially in our community where we have 2,500 people, like every kid's here. You know, the disappointing part about the whole, I mean, maybe not disappointing is the right word, but you know, our Pee-wees are playing right now at state, and my son's on that team, and they're super excited to be playing at state, but I know they wanted to be here too, and I know in 3 or 4 years when they get up to high school, they're gonna remember being here for last year's state championship game and this year's semifinal game. They were all down here, and so many youth kids are here watching us play, and you know, I love winning games. Obviously, that's why, I should say why we do it, but that's, you know, why we have state championships is to win games. But just watching these kids love hockey so much and just working so hard to meet the goals that these guys, and I mean, they've led the way. And, you know, when they're high-fiving them after every period and they know all their names, it's really fun to be a part of a small-town program like this.
This is for Jacob again. Did you also feel at some point, you know, you just needed to get a goal? You get good looks, you got nothing to show for it. Do you feel like you could just get the cover off the jar?
Yeah. I figured we were gonna get one, you know. Like always, I mean, we usually score quite a few goals, or we've scored quite a few goals this year, so I wasn't expecting to get shut out, but you know, it's hard to take goals when you take as many penalties, or get goals when you take as many penalties as we did.
That's all the time we have. Thank you for coming in. Congratulations on the
Thanks,
game.
guys.